Hi everyone. I want to talk about my Demon Hunter character that I'm playing in season 5, and the season has been past 3 months already, so I think it's time to show my character. Well, I just completed the tier 78 rift last night, and I'm currently ranked at top 300 in the leaderboards. So I'm quite happy about it, but my overall aim will be Raider Rift 80, and I still have time to accomplish that. So I have reached Paragon 1016, and I have two characters here. I have the Monk, which is for support. Um, I'm using this to just to boost my gems above and to use them for augments. But my main character will be the Demon Hunter, which I enjoy playing right now. And I'm using the Marauders 6-piece set, which is very good in this season. Some players are using the no set build, which is the Strafe and Fan of Knives build. So far I'm not able to master it. This is the gameplay that I enjoyed most, so I'll stick with this until the end of the season. And some others can complete tier 80 using the unhallowed essence, but that's more of a stuff that it's a bit squishy in a sense than this one, which is to me Marauders is better in terms of toughness, and the damage potential of Cluster Arrow is way better than the multi-shot. So I'll be talking about the skills that I'm using, the items, and the augment ancient item, which is very important if you're trying to reach higher tier rifts. So I hope you will continue to tune in as I talk about the items. Right. You need the Marauder's 6-piece. So you need the helm, chest, shoulders, gloves, pants, and boots. In addition to that, you need the rings. Focus on the string rings. And then you need the Hellfire Amulet for additional passive. For your bracers, you need the Wraps of Clarity. This will help you to get reduced damage while casting your hatred generators. Zoe Secret for your belt. This will give you less damage for every companion you have. Then Manticore for your main weapon. This will help you reduce the hatred cost of your cluster arrow. Then also adds your cluster arrow damage. And for your bow, you need the Bombardier's Rucksack. This will add up more sentries, 2 more sentries. For the bonuses of your set items, 2 set bonus will give you all of the companions you have. Then for every 4 piece, you get the sentries to deal 300 damage and cast your hatred spenders like Elemental Arrow, Chakram, Impale, Multi-Shot, and Cluster Arrow when you do. And for the 6-piece bonus, your primary skills, Elemental Arrow, Chakram, Impale, Multi-Shot, Cluster Arrow, Companions, and Vengeance deal 600% increased damage for every active sentry. So just take note, it's important to maximize your number of sentries in order to get the 600% increased damage. And this really helps your DPS a lot. Now for the gems, you need the Size Stone of Vengeance. This will give you a damage for every 10 yards between you and your enemy, up to 50 yards. So yeah, it's really a must to have this gem. And then you need the Taeguk. So for Taeguk, you get 0.5% increased damage for 3 seconds after using your Hatred Spender. So this effect will also increase your armor for every stack. So this is for your offense and defense. Then you need the Call of the Week. You need the Bane of the Trap. This will increase your damage against enemies under the effects of Control Impaling Impact. So this Control Impaling Impact you have is the slow effect, which you have your since you have your sentry called the Polar Station. So that will trigger the Call of the Week passive, plus your pets called the Spider. So once you cast your companion, it will spawn the webs and slows the enemy around him. So it really helps you a lot for your DPS. Now for the gems, you need a diamond here. This will reduce the cooldown of your skills by 12.5%. Then you need the emerald to boost your dex and armor. For your pants, 2 emeralds as well. If you're lacking resistance, I think you can replace both of these with diamond gem to boost your resistance. And let me show you my items in the Ice Cube. So I have Dawn to reduce the cooldown of Vengeance by 65%. In my armor slot, I have the Cloak of Garwolf. This will add up 2 additional wolves. So yeah, it will help you to boost your toughness since you are wearing the Zoe Secret, and your DPS while casting your companions. And lastly, you need the Convention of the Elements for your ring. This will give you 200% increased damage for the elements that you're using. So if ideally you want to cast your Cluster Arrow when the physical element appears. Okay. Now let's go over with the ideal rolls for each item. Ideal stats, you want your dexterity, crit hit chance, and cluster arrow damage. If you're lacking in toughness, you want the vitality, so you can roll vitality instead of the cluster arrow damage, but it is recommended to boost your skill in order to maximize your cluster arrow at all. For your chest, you want dexterity, vitality, and sentry damage bonus. In your shoulders, you want dex, vit, cooldown reduction, and resource cost is not ideal here. You want probably you want the sentry damage or area damage bonus. For your gloves, you want the dex, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, resource reduce cooldown reduction. Probably if you have enough cooldown, if you have reached 37%, you want the area damage instead of the cooldown, but it's up to you. Then for the pants, primary stats, you want the dex, vit. Armor is not really something that you want. You can try farm for all resist, but it's up to you. Or you can just put your diamond instead of dex emerald for additional resistance. And then for your boots, you want the dex speed. Movement speed is not really something that you want as well. You can try to get the all resist or armor. Then you want the cluster arrow increased damage. For your rings, if you're getting the ancient ring, I would suggest you get trifecta, like reduce cooldown or increase area damage, crit hit damage increase, then crit hit chance. Then just augment this to your gem that you're having in order to get the primary stat. Same with restraint. You can get a best. This one is not yet the best one, so I am trying to farm for a better restraint ring, but I'm okay with this one. So if you can get a better ring, you want the crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and reduce cooldown or area damage. For your amulet, I never had a good amulet here. This one is okay, but not good enough. You want ideally to increase your physical skills, damage, and then also you want the ancient amulet instead of the ordinary legendary amulet here. You want the crit hit chance and crit hit damage, of course. For the bracers, you want the primary skills to increase more damage to your physical. If you're using cold skills, then that's okay. Just know you need to know how to use your skills. Instead of the shooting stars, get the Maelstrom. But it is recommended to use physical instead of Maelstrom. Alright, for the belt, you want the dexterity, vit, all resist, and you don't need the regeneration. I would say you want, in this case, you want life percent. So let's go over with the skills that I'm using. My primary skill would be basic fire focus, which gives you 7 hatred.
Other players are using hardened if they need some armor, but it will give you less hatred than focus. Or you can try to use Wolas, Thunderball rune, but the only thing here is it attacks less faster than evasive fire. So I wouldn't suggest you to use other runes than evasive fire. Now my secondary would be cluster arrow, shooting stars. Um, this skill is kinda debatable. Shooting stars and Maelstrom. Between these two, I would suggest you to use shooting stars, as the single target damage potential is much better with shooting stars instead of Maelstrom. But you can experiment by yourself, see if what works or what fits to you. So yeah. Now for defensive skill, I have Volt Tumble, which gives me less 50% discipline cost for the next bolt within 6 seconds. Other players are using Smokescreen, special recipe. This will reduce the cost of discipline to 8. But the only problem is you don't really advance in a way that Volt can do. So doing Volt will help me to advance to another area in a much faster rate than Smokescreen. Although Smokescreen is also good, has its advantages. It gives you invisibility for 1 second, which will help you to evade the enemy damage towards you. So you can have a try, but I would suggest you not to use the Smokescreen if you're looking to clear the rift faster than ever. Now you need the sentry or a station, which will slow down the enemies within 16 yards. I saw some player using Guardian Turret, and then his legendary gem would be Ice Blink, just to trigger the Call the Weak and Bane of the Trap. But it's up to you. Mine would be Polar Station. So please, you can have a try between these two, but others I won't. I don't see any sense. Now I have Vengeance Seath. It gives me extra, 10 hatred per second, so it can I can cast more cluster arrow due to this, and it gives me faster hatred regen per second. And no other runes can help you to gain hatred except this, so don't change it. Companions, you need can have a no rune because you get all of it with your Marauder set already. So I just preset Wolf Companion just in case I switch out gear to another set item. And then for the passive skills, I have Ambush, which will give me 40% additional damage to enemies above 75 health. Ballistics, to increase the damage of rockets by 100%. And in addition, you have 20% chance to cast a homing rocket for 150 weapon damage while attacking. awareness. This is to cheat death, and this effect occurs every 60 seconds. Now you have custom engineering. This will increase the number of my sentries to 3. By default, you have 2 without the bombardier's rucksack. So this one will increase by 3, and with the bombardier's rucksack, it's going to increase by 2. So it's all in all, I can cast 5 sentries, which helps me to boost my DPS. If you don't have the Hellfire Amulet, since you need the Call of the Week passive, I would suggest you to change Ambush into Call of the Week. But I would recommend you to craft the Hellfire Amulet, as gives you a lot of DPS boosts or defensive skill. Or you may try to change awareness into Call of the Week if you're confident enough that you're not gonna die. But I don't really want you to do that, because in higher rifts it's risky, especially above 70. I don't think you're not gonna die there, so especially for hardcore players. So I'm just being cautious. All right, now let's talk about the ancient augment item. As you can see in this patch 2.4, it is featured for us to be able to augment our ancient items, and it gives us a lot of advantages in terms of the DPS and toughness. And I think we won't be able to reach higher rifts if we cannot do this. So I would suggest you to do this for every ancient item that you are geared on. So you're using your set item, or if you're using your Manticore, your weapon, you need to augment everything here. I only have amulet that is not ancient, so I'm trying to craft another, and if I get the ancient, then I will do the augment on this one as well. So another tip that I want to share with you is, as you can see, you have the weapons. You're given rank 30 gem, least requirements, rank 40 for your amulets, rings, and rank 50 for your armor. Don't limit yourself with these requirements. Try to go around 75. That will give you additional 375 dexterity. So don't limit yourself with these requirements. The only time that I use the least requirements would be if the ancient items are not perfectly rolled, or if I'm not really happy with the item itself, then I only use rank 50 gem. But if you get the best rolls already, so don't waste your time putting the least requirements in your ancient items, or else you waste a lot of time getting gems to rank 30 above again, and you craft another flawless emerald at the same time, which is kind of costly, and it consumes a lot of gems as well. So another trick here is, if you have other gems that you're not using, um, for instance, you get the diamond gem, go to Act 2, Hidden Camp. Okay. I usually do this. I craft, for instance, I am going to craft diamonds, 27 of these, or ruby. Ruby is much better. 27 is the number. And then I craft 9. Royals, and then 3 flawless. Don't craft this one. Instead, you need to buy the essence of the emerald, and then go to the cube. Okay, this will become emeralds, and after that, go back to this guy, craft 3 flawless royal. Now you have it, and then you can use this to augment your items. Okay, all right. I hope you enjoyed this video. I still have lots of work to do. I need to upgrade this augmented ancient items that I have in my shoulders, belt, pants, and boots. I'll try to get at least 75, and also my bow. I need to get them to around 85. 75 to 85 is the number. I have 4 of these items that are currently rank 85, so it adds a lot of dexterity, the main stat, to me, and the DPS itself. It's going to boost myself out to higher tier rips. So my target for this season will be Greater Rift 80, and once I have completed Greater Rift 80, I'll upload the gameplay and just for you to watch, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. I'll see you again. Cheers.